everybody. Today I'm doing a video about the day I met Stephenie Meyer. I met her a year ago as of September 12th, which is the day after my birthday. I found out, I'm just going to tell you like how I found out about it, and then I'll tell you about the day, and of course you've all seen like the picture because it's like on every profile I have online. So I found out that, I knew about Stephenie Meyer's Day because that happens, it should be Stephenie Meyer Days because it's like a 4-day thing. It happens every September. And last year was the 10th anniversary of when Twilight first came out, the book first came out, and this year New Moon just celebrated its 10th anniversary here a few days ago. Anyway, and I found out that Miss Stephenie was doing a free signing in Forks, like on the 12th, which was just a few days after the actual anniversary. And it was like, wait, it's free? Like, I was like contacting the people who are like that organize, the events and stuff every year. And so it's like, oh my god, I have to go. It's like, anybody who knows me at all knows how much I love Twilight and always will. And it's like, but Forks is like 156 miles from here, I think. 150 something around there from where I live. And, I can't drive as of yet, for reasons. So, my brother had to, drive me, and my mom came too, because, she's also a Twilight fan, so, Anyway, we drove all the way to Forks, and the hotels all around Forks is, like, booked up for, like, 2-3 months before September because of, Stephenie Meyer Day, and fans from all over the world come every year. Anyway, so we couldn't, like, book a hotel even if we had the funds, or I had the funds to rent a room. There was none available. Maybe in Port Angeles, but that's like 60 miles from where Forks is, or 57 miles, close enough. So we drove my brother drove all the way there, and we got there like, I guess about an hour and a half, maybe like 2 hours before the line, you could get in line for the signing at noon. And then I got in line as soon as I could. They were cutting the line off at 4 p.m. So whoever got in line, before 4 was fine. They were automatically going to get into the signing. And when I was talking to the people about, like what you had to do to get into the signing, all they said you had to do was like, buy this like ticket, like this ticket thing online or whatever. Then that would automatically add you to the. I guess it was their way of counting how many people were going to be at the event. I don't know how it worked, but it was free. So, got in line as soon as possible, and it was like 90 to 93 degrees. Blazing hot, as you can tell. And I literally was in line. From the time I got in line until the time I actually met Miss Stephenie was 7.5 hours. Not even kidding, 7.5 hours. I didn't eat during that whole time because I was afraid if I ate, then what if I got sick to my stomach and I had to get out of line, and then I'd have to get in the back of the line, and then maybe I wouldn't be able to meet her. So I didn't eat the entire time. And I didn't use the restroom the entire time, which is amazing. Sure force of wheels. Like, all I was thinking is like, Miss Stephenie, Stephenie, I'm going to meet Stephenie Meyer, I was thinking that like over and over in my head. I'm doing this to meet Stephenie Meyer. And I did drink some water, little bits of water at a time throughout the day, because my mom and brother were like mostly sitting in the car. I mean, they'd wait in line with me for like an hour or less, and then they'd go back to the car. Anyway, so I did have a little bit of water throughout the whole time. I know I was probably looked like a hot fucking sorry excuse my language, a hot mess by the time I got in there. When I was about it would have been about 7 hours. I knew that Katie and Sasha, fellow booktubers, Katie Tastic and Bookatopia were there, and I happened to be like about corner, so I could like see the door where you go in, but it was a good half an hour or so until before I was gonna get in, and they walked past, and I called their. I really wanted to meet them because I've been a fan of both their channels for a while, and I got to talk to them for like 2-3 minutes because they were on their way to probably dinner or something like that by the time this was going on. And then finally I mean, I don't know how I stood up for that long. I mean, I literally didn't sit the entire time. I didn't go to the bathroom the entire time or eat. I don't know how I was sick. I don't know how I was still standing. Just give me a moment. This is like a huge deal for me. I read all 4 books back in October of 2008. Between October and November of 2008. No. I read the first book before the movie came out in November of 2008, and then I read the 3 books like right after the Twilight movie. Jumble me words. And so, this being a year ago, it was literally about a month before the 7-year mark of me being a fan. And of course, like right when I don't know why this happened, like right when we were like in the area right before the room where she was in, my ears popped. I know you're gonna like it, don't care. But I was like trying everything in the world I could do on top of it, and it didn't. So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna meet her for the first time, and I'm not gonna be able to hear her, or I'm gonna talk too loud. And I was like, oh my gosh. Thank goodness I had freaking breath mints with me. Small favors. But anyway. And you were allowed to get 5 books signed, up to 5 books signed. No merchandise or anything else. It was just like the books or whatever. So I brought only 2 books because I don't own the hardcover box set, which would have been perfect. My brother even went all the way around Forks and looking at every place that sold books for like Twilight and hardcover because all I had was my copy of Twilight got ruined. So I had my mom, I bought her the Twilight Saga a few years ago for a gift, and she had the paperback, and so I got it's not ideal, but better than nothing. I also brought the Twilight Illustrated Companion. It's a book, so it counted. And of course, I've been thinking about at this time, like nearly 7 years, like I never thought I was like, there's no way I'm ever like a major author like that's ever gonna do like a signing anywhere in my state, because nobody does signings here, or anybody like that I like does signings here. So I was like, but even then, I always thought, well, if I ever met her, what would I say to her? Because I'm such a Virgo, we pre-plan to bits. And I said some gibberish. There was gibberish involved. I didn't cry until after I was back in the car and we were heading home. Yeah, my brother drove me home. another 150 some miles. Yeah, so close to what, 400 miles in a day? Yeah. So that was my birthday present. What I said to, well, the main thing I said to Miss Stephenie was, if I could live in any, out of all the books I've ever read, which is like probably close to 1,000 books, I said Twilight's the only one I'd want to live in. And she said that was one of the greatest compliments that's like one of the greatest compliments she's ever gotten, or the greatest compliment she's ever gotten. I don't know, it's one of the two. I didn't film it. We took like, my brother took like a few photos, no video. I know I look like a hot mess. I wish I could have, made myself a little bit more presentable. And, got to talk to her for a few minutes. Got pictures with her. I got a hug. You can tell my photo, I was a cheesy chipmunk, but a happy cheesy chipmunk. I didn't get to say all I wanted to say to her because there just wasn't time, but the thing I wanted to say the most, I got to say, so happy about that. I don't know how many people want to watch this video, but I just want to make this because, on Monday it'll be a year since I met her already. Time flies. So that's about it. If you want to ask me any questions about that day or that I haven't answered, obviously, leave them down in the comments or contact me on Twitter. And that is my I Met Stephenie Meyer first anniversary video. Peace.